Good morning. It's a little bit into the quarantine period, especially here. We're on lockdown now. So one of the things we have to do is figure out how to take care of ourselves, both mentally and physically. I try to get a small workout in every day, regardless of what I'm doing, just so I get the endorphins going, kind of get that serotonin level up higher, which working out kind of helps relieve stress and all that, because when you get cooped up, you can just get really freaking stressed out. Today what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the Retic a little bit, get her enclosure cleaned up, and add to it so that she feels a little bit more secure, has a little bit more privacy. Maybe I'm hoping that it's gonna get her to actually move around more. What our enclosure looks like now, you'll see some handling action, what I think, little tips I've learned kind of with trying to read these guys. Like I said, it's a reticulated python, so she's gonna be a huge freaking snake. If you're not handling her every day, or you're not working with her, that could eventually end up being something that becomes very dangerous for you. You shouldn't be handling them by yourself anyways. You should always have someone there just in case the inevitable happens. So think about that before you go out and you buy a Retic. It's important to take care of yourself. I think one of the things that we've thought about in this quarantine is really taking care of our animals too and upgrading. I'm going to show you here in a second our Retic's upgraded enclosure, but first let's just kind of go around and talk about this updating and enclosures and really just taking care of our animals in this time because we have the extra time. And one of the things my wife did was she set up her crested geckos enclosure, and we gave them from a 10, these empty ones, into this, added a bunch of foliage, added a little more stoops and stuff, places for them to hide. So we're just going to take a look at that real quick before we go mess around with the Retic, give her some playtime, and show you the updates that we're making to her enclosure. I think his setup's pretty freaking amazing. If you have a crested gecko, let me know what you think about his setup, what you would do differently, because we're always looking to improve, like I said. So, come on. So one of the things I do is kind of falls in line with military tradition. You had to do either like push-ups or sit-ups or some sort of exercise to go talk to your leaders. We're gonna go ahead and get 10 in real quick. So now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna come over, see Athena, which is our Retic. We're gonna handle her a little bit, work on her being on the floor, picking her back up, working with her, getting her out of the enclosure without striking, and just generally trying to tame her down before she gets a lot of size. So this is Athena. She is a Platinum Tiger mainland Retic, so she's going to be absolutely monstrous, humongous, and amazing in every way. So like I said, we're gonna work with her. We're gonna try to calm her down a little bit. The main thing is just making sure I'm getting hands-on with her every day. I'm working cues that have made her nervous before, and letting her know, hey, this is something that's going to happen normally. There's no need to freak out. Things like that, so that she does not strike, one, me, two, if she does get to the education programs, anyone at the education program, because that would be horrible in all accounts. This is another reason why it's really important to get your animals, especially your large animals, when they're just babies, because you get to know their temperament and you get to figure out your animals a little bit. So we're going to work with just her kind of running a little bit and knowing it's okay to get picked up. So we'll put her down on the carpet, or try to. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. The big thing is just spending the time and going over and over again. So she's on the carpet. She knows there's places to hide, but I'm not gonna let her. She's getting handled. She's not trying to turn back and strike, which before she would. Eventually, I would like to have her comfortable enough that I can just cover her head with my other hand and I don't have to worry about a strike or anything else. I think that's going to take a long time, but we're slowly working on it, and she is slowly trying to find a way to disappear. So we're going to do our reveal now. We already talked about the crested gecko. We worked with Athena, who's just absolutely awesome. And before you guys bag me, I understand some of you don't like cages like this. You'd rather have them and stuff. We're working with what we have right now. She will eventually have a big, beautiful 8-foot to 12-foot long PVC enclosure. So it's all in time right now. She's still young. I have the time to do it, but this is the upgrade. So we had this little tunnel for her already, and she had her hide on her heat side, hide on her cool side, and then this little kind of tree stump type thing so that she could climb. But I felt like it wasn't enough. She was still staying in the hides or sitting right on top of the hide a lot of the time, maybe in her water dish swimming a little bit, but I felt like there wasn't enough foliage or really cover for her in there, and so she wasn't wanting to come out as much. So we upgraded her. We're going to see if she likes this. Hopefully it gets her to explore her enclosure more. We're just going to let her do her thing. So I don't know what you all think of Athena's new enclosure. I really enjoy it. I'm happy. If you have ideas to make it better, put it down in the comments below. We're always up for making ourselves better. Let me know what you're doing during this quarantine time, how you're improving your life or upgrading yourself. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. If you didn't enjoy it, hey, hit that dislike. It doesn't hurt my feelings. It lets me know to be better. If you want to watch more of our animal videos, you can click right here. If you want to watch all of our videos, you can click right here. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and click right here. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it that thumbs up and you share it with your friends. You guys stay blessed, and we're going to see you soon. So I think it was a pretty freaks.
sore. God dang. Alright. Stop.